wedding komopi and afa has omo etim no kotoko CEO dwumadie no ye were exclusive e wa higher day ebema mo senkra na namontuo no eduedi na beba ye no e ho samsen e na etie e wo eye dwumadie no so e na anopai plus other stories I no so make waves by way of a fisem e na ye de emamo e wo eye dwumadie no so e na anopai na ye sensem na say e dey free the Black Stars of Ghana almost say na coach ya preko wakasa e dey afa dede are you inclusion to the Black Stars squad for 2026 World Cup. Na coach Apreko and I say World Cup na ye konde e results and I here enti say the day ye de never ba na obeboa me nya results. There only problem. But ni nyina no ye nja ema coach no na onu endi side asset and for the interest you they die you in nsem too much. Ti Apreko nsema or the two dwa no say anything.
We need results, and whoever can give us results. From now to the end of the season, if DJ can be consistent and be giving the club no good results and his form no evidence, I don't think so. Otobek over here, Jack say, "Oh, we bought plaster nache." Even though no, the form near very good. We pick it, he's scoring. He obey my mommy options and watch it into main final. Current form, any World Cup here, Kwakoboy, any the players in camp. You need some players be no more or match system no more. And between Otone, they know some. Communication be better my ben mama the babe to team no more won't yes.
Yes, I know coach Yao Preko Nidia Wadim Eba Ewo Jumadi and so na anope owie na Emmanuel Ajimanbedu or say the da you yenini abema na oya de pa ewo nak bread and all one. But nina ni se coach and din me wacho coach the Black Stars of Ghana Otuo-Acheampong. So the neighbor Kodia. Any kind of Ghana for yenya problems
It depends on the coach, his philosophy, his ideas, and the kind of players he needs in the World Cup. My brother Andre is doing very well. He's playing well. He's scoring goals. If the coach thinks the philosophy and his game plan, he merits to be in the team. Why not? He hasn't stopped playing football. But what I know about him is he is concentrated on his club football. If there's an opportunity for him to come and help his nation, he will be willing to come.
Born against and Madrid Jesse. I am Madrid.
Boss, maybe the any results na manya because you
by Diego Pitat.
We need Thiago Pitat Pina. Across no. Me who say la fabrica hono. Boss on say makase score line there. Enyem nwa me say
coach na nya de. Why you coach no
boss man ka say coach ni nya. Man ka say coach ni nya de o. Me see me ni gidio o game no.
O the coach no.
Me see o compo mienu dia India of course. Yes, but the young sensation Thiago Pitat
say wiki as say all the 6 teams from England no na some ka top 8 no. Obi na otimi say.
And among for say Saudi among for enjoy Premier League no mo say the best league in the world. And
at the moment, so also we second league. At the moment, no, 6 of them are there.
Yeah.
So as this year, I said almost 6 out of the 16.
Spanish teams no actually England teams no show. Obi say obi num no team.
Yes, a basketball draw.
Tottenham.
And Tottenham lose to
Atletico.
And
City J3 over about
3. The Spanish clubs no.
England for no. Chom say La Liga no jina so.
Ikinti nano ana jogging club kasa no. All right, so Alvaro Arbeloa.
Yes.
Or see we still have 90 minutes of fighting if you want to qualify. Or catch your Madrid supporters and say munyabotre.
Yes.
You want another 90 minutes of play. Thierry Henry is no okay be Arsenal by never near or no. Wakoye coach ami ti on to no boase. Was it Fede Valverde was not only Beckham today. He was Thuram, he was Beckham, he was Makelele, he was everybody. Jamie Carragher say Chelsea omuntimi nko be I just some goalkeeper no. Tactically they were fantastic tonight. They were let down by mistakes. Leon Rosinier say Momfan Shame I take the blame. Enuma saying na ayemia Chelsea for na idea no pay. Mikel Arteta admitted Arsenal will have to improve when they faced Bayern Leverkusen in the second leg of their Champions League last season time. Maybe a Chomaka away go, but it's away go be any. The game starts at a draw.
Yeah.
Till 0-0. I'm over twaso. So they have to improve. Bukayo Saka, Masa. Also, you know.
In a match back open as a.
They have been saying Teta should drop him and start Madueke.
Hey.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Oh yes. Oh,
and I know it has been consistent.
Saka.
Anytime I'm Madueke bebano or any man kakra ye chen. Ti Saka ni timu ya ene de. Afi so on starting we say Kai Obema on ne go carries. Good competition. So it looks like Kai Germany match in the Kai will experience of Champions League.
Yes.
Sanity. One reporter say handing the cup over to Victor Font will lead us to disaster, especially after learning that Bartomeu supports him. Breaking growing concern inside Manchester United board after their secret hotel meeting with Luis Enrique yesterday, just hours following the Chelsea game. But also,
yes, a report says meeting Yakoso with Luis Enrique, just hours following the Chelsea game. No, Omone Luis Enrique.
Chelsea game on boy.
Oh, say on bono Paris. Manchester for no penny for no be called Paris. See where Kokomu come on.
Support to
Omu pushing say
okay.
Branabe Jumano.
All right, so former Hearts of Oak midfielder Bernard Dombote or say team no pay attention to the youth side, and I think that is a good call. Now no need can't talk phone call and answer.
Yes.
It's a good call. Muyen kodano. Na montete omu. They say amumu ni sikano. Teams no, you don't have money.
Yes.
So that should be a sure bet. Move ni nton kodano so. Na monte expenditure on acquiring the signatures of other players. Or say the youth side of Azov, which is Auroras, is the foundation of the senior team. So if it is weak, then we cannot produce players for the senior team. They have quality players who can even play in the Ghana Premier League. So management should look at the youth side. Ben Dombote added. Ajman Bedu said, they die you. World Cup Nenko for so on kono. Ghana for more head and man gobi. Nasa call no entiasi say coach in every players.
Of course.
Na ye omo ka trom ze enye den.
As I say, they want people.
They be and the people never select player. The coach is looking at them. The coach is watching them. Yeah. Coach them say or didn't pay or call scout. I'm sure he's aware of the number of minutes every Ghanaian plays. He's aware of their performances near there. And see how many die assuming yenye den. Ana baba masama gamen.
As a coach, so initially the were two that say boy and kind of plans one.
But I'm saying that it is their decision. It is his decision. You near seen the pedum or training a forms or more technical people. Yeah, what are they with now? Yes. They will take a and cancel for. Oh. Okay, so also the newly constituted board of Asante Kotoko is expected to appoint an advisor to the board in the coming days as part of efforts to strengthen the club's administrative and strategic structure. Okay. Advisor. Appoint an advisor. Okay. One say they cannot continue to disappoint.
Yeah, especially when he be Omabada. Board you say
the intentions are clear.
Yeah.
Near Francophobia, no more bar, no more way. More opportunity to help rebuild.
Yeah.
And by rebuilding, no, and yet players are some, and yet sponsorship some. They're getting a clear-cut structure.
Yeah.
You set up an administrative unit.
For Kotoko.
But yes, a good administrative unit. Get a strong person to lead the technical team.
Yeah.
So that technical issues will not bother management. On the meeting.
Of course.
Among Rena supporters in Shishomoniama, where they will play their role as supporters. They are not managers.
Yes.
They are supporters. Now board no so. More we know, they look for money and get a CEO or an MD who has links and connections to bring sponsors on board.
Yes.
Structure be a Juma. The players are fine, well kit, strong manager, good assistants, technical team is strong, nutritionist, papa, baby on betna, Osania money in a Juma. Hey, the results will come naturally.
Of course, and the
results will come
naturally.
I was said you did technical, you were strong enough.
Yes. That's why people are saying I won't go for Bruni. Me the boss, I still believe in Bruni. Boss, I still believe in Bruni. Boss, Bibiani Go Stars. Bibiani Go Stars, ne? And Bruni na buy a bit close to Gamma 1 point. Is it how United was saying? Bruni buy. Why when 3 matches
also? No problem with Bruni, but I'm saying that you need a technical header. What I say? Or your coach issues of discipline in discipline.
Example. Meaning of mobile.
So you manage on your day. I'll say ISM as a radio station. You have a very strong programs manager.
Of course.
On the on a presenter for ASM. In terms of how they come, how they compose. The technical head must be so yes, and no beer. What I say? I will control over his deputies and assistants. I think that is what they are supposed to do. And I will also. I announce that me canena me de no. Okohwe background. These people are successful businessmen. They've been in the corporate system. They understand how things are done.
Yes.
As a babola, no munyana support that way. Some na minim baby ame
and there's 70 million people.
Oh, Masa. I'm saying that is for them.
Yeah.
That is within their ranks.
Yes.
Oh, Momo Mabu Biaman, when the one I'm Baba Fifi Bay, send the Mola Zogobomba.
Of course.
David. I don't know. So, your results I will pay more is between you and your God. You shouldn't come and tell anybody. Omwanyo the moment ko bia ngo diska mugidi amwam fekwan befa so dia finance no supporter for adwuma no
of course
na mo boa management no e wo kwan a ombefa so akọ stadium ene sa na ma ndi o majeji aboso ye ne ye koye we ni nya nka modwuma
o say wait means why.
All right, so it's 9:49 time for assembly course
assembly
and yes, sports related, but if I'm ranting any idea,
sir,
Kofobi and social media, and TV, and radio. So I am home and rent. I say, if you're a want to rent, if you're a budget card be from 1st April, we in advance more than 6 months as a 1 year. And I'm yeah, high dino. You're vast when you're home.
That's how high idea. This should be a good news for you.
And your good news. So tenase na ya analysis na. Omo di fie ma han no baba otie me.
Super.
Se omo 100 emu njichemu 50% or even more. They don't need the rent to survive.
Of course.
Ya wonipa bebre omo de and na se bi omo didi. But the sikafo masi dan nkofo han. Yes, they take the rent. But nyano ne omo source of livelihood. Yeah, can rent control for car buying SCC dan bi kamini problem. Say mo ye na if you are for okay yate. Yem vie dan na ma obia. Sa nipa na he no.
Ba man control so omekuma.
O men can control. I'm saying that budget card now if you first April once the rent controls the acting director no kura card bi say yellow green bi na me wadam de come say you na wo ha dan you scafo na eji but the Americans omo ma ni efiu afo ntena sondwe mu mo mfa fiu afo kakra bi omo adwene no emme ye emma ye nkonya because I think we have a huge deficit.
Why they?
Maybe if you have a problem, no.
Why they? Was my
problem, no. But you want no answer, but some swan. And now time no swan. Only go to get to Mukakra. Go Pemasa, my fans and papa. Tell me that the American say, Moncasanchom, 952. And Reno Air Conti, Emin College of Health, and you go so catch a man for. Say, under control a year, but more monkey cancer. Metesa papa back say. In fear, we are 25 years in the Yahudi Fiajano. On Pentida. On your renovation, the others also what to them. On Pentida on your renovation, and then I be Piasquano. On to on your renovation, to an umpa. Oh, there you, as a man comes. On Prea, you, with the enchable. Yet, you are home, go for Baby, your mom, Chris Communia dying.
Oh, we never.
So, but all Conohadia.
We never.
Or mom, Chris Communia dying. You so 2026, you go so a Juniper Abba Aiming College of Health. Now, there can say, you need US for now, can't boom a Dijumano, but so your nest a brayo, your number no 020 820 9699 020 820 9699. Your friend, your Arabic, your mass scholarship, your facilities come. Abenya baby at dark school. Come, we saw when you my what ton or so. Will come and say, Amen College of Health Sciences. Your number is 020 8209 699 020 8209 699. We are no from no one say call. Okay, can't you the magic drinking water? They call 93. I oh Nancy no I busy. Me sure so cool Japan ko compare new latest machines na banibi. So what I say. Okay.
Next week.
All right. Bobo.
Oh, you be there, Goka.
At Marco Befru. Okay, T. I send you and come.
Hey, really? Central Moxas. 80 and pay. Your most special good morning. Na your more kwaba BM Oyerepa 100.7 FM. Your live. Oyerepa TV no so. Your kunko funkro so somewhere. Edi aden chetana ebum fumpa enko funkro so no. Your hunsem atwonim ensem na dia doso. Ene anope de disafata se uhwe na utie ena yede esum wo on socials no so Oyerepa Radio. Oyerepa TV Ghana, Oyerepa Radio, Oyerepa TV Ghana. Omesha comment me ba na the boss player to the wasi. Akin kanina at the amount said yes and said a fata night for the champions and run of 16 of the UEFA Champions League at Waso. Ma yanko Santiago Bernabeu and Real Madrid ete Manchester City esana eka miensa City anti Academy B. Na mesha siem at the video section na Thiago Pitat Pina and after the game and ane papa akofa kodano enti oche Oyerepa where Enra Madrid Kodana no jump finfion running left right babia no ho and obo game where ne papa ko from etin ekofie video rom enta Oyerepa TV no so and afa of Facebook obanya bi ahwe ewo ho na high sense say twem basisia high sense say washing machines, smartphones, gas cookers, sound system, water dispensers, microwaves, blenders, rice cookers, kettle iron, air fryers, the old pebia, but high sense, woman, you know, and a air papa, Otonswa, ebeche entwe anyinamwa kania ne bebre etia no ato eti efi high sense, best for quality, best for durability, best for energy efficiency, best for affordability. One of them it is 0302 550000. No affair, no phenomena. Akoye ede amount on the borrowings of Oyerepa Electricals. Metwaso na Real Madrid, Manchester City. Abusiam Thiago Pitat arrival and of Madrid and ma one ever do ye and yet actor screen so I'm on Manchester City na and on after the game Alvaro Arbeloa at the to just a victory over Pep. Man for Buzana say on a purple pan more. Now why a Pep say and I say there be no. Me even compare me to Pep Guardiola dia adia Pep Guardiola I am in football me nebi number enema me catch me mranterom say amon corporate no so konkoye wo mo ye ye eti me bomb mad the place number so with that performance wo mo done dia enra Trent Alexander-Arnold a player Emma Real Madrid or say na a lot expect mess afi Madrid ho and you na amount for bomb price. Oh, Rima the Crown Concolusu, Namfa Samara, Nanso Enra, Amu put up a right mentality, not mentality, and said Bia. This is Real Madrid and dear, Yenny Momum and Champions League and Momum and Tiakorum, Young Fanconco Diagro, and was here winning as a son of Boya, and man couldn't dim, ultimate by Theory Henry, and on set no cranier. Thiago Pitat while watching it closely. Now Thiago Pitat Akodano he Bona Kodano Bonum and young Kodan Kodabo. I see and now Petno so or Ranima Obia or call left or back right and he was running for everybody. I watched him closely and and some theory Henry at the to jump and now play now in some now can I no cray. I don't think about now your mom evidence based presentation. It young come or report TV no so not fair enjoy Thiago Pitat Pina. Thiago Pitat Pina. Young chap Sir Enra on it Manchester City no Otimi Juma Uranum Eka Wasamna of La Fabrica Jam. Thiago Pitat and was grateful to Alvaro Arbeloa and they say Abasobotian Eba a coach and Amananya Babia waiting and Obo at the Emma Madrid Bokorum at the Oyerepa TV and answer Facebook Oyerepa Radio and answer Oyerepa TV Ghana. I brought us 45 days Niama Oye in the game and I Dasua Yati to him and then I play Pep Guardiola. To just say Ukrainian Madrid and create a lot of chances. Never Kakrana and Bayram. I make good use of the chances. Now central for Busan say Thiago Pitat only say and also now or super Enra and here Pep and Samoa or the two J TV and want to play now Pep Guardiola say Ukrainian or being football, Messi, and okay, it's difficult. Never they'll try. Remember, Namayesa voice singing a word to at the amount and play your live Oyerepa Radio on Facebook, Oyerepa TV Ghana on Facebook, Oyerepa Electricals, or say Mimfantu and him a chandelier lights. Corner lights, gate lights, ceiling lights, wall light, garden light, afe LED light, 3 watt copim, 24 watt, LED light, steady lamp, LED flight light, 150 watts, CCTV cables outdoor, 100 meters, 200 meters, CCTV camera outdoor, the other about Abontain, the other about them, standing fan, oriental say kabi, ceiling fan, air conditioning fan with USB, afe the guitar video recorders, 12-volt adapters, digital video recorders na popping na oba Oyerepa Electricals obanya bi etime atom open solar standing fan in stock obanya bi etime atu akoton makoma akonso obetime atobi afei MDG Commission of Ghana ajatum so ne cables no na air papa ntiefo original certified cables 1.5 mm copy 16 mm edum PZ na say on the market no edi enimhwem bro adum Boseba Plaza Obaha ene edam wa ha eda unya wa de no mutudi aha ntim se bia be fine eda kwa obema kama na bibia ayeye ede ama adum pz and tata kufo dan no 0322030838 030308380536095966 na fe bibia koye ede ama avo abelo akasaye right after the game Obo ne mrante na baso after return leg against City our Etihad nimino kasaye efa ho
most. Today we were a team with a capital T, which is what we need to be in order to win any match. I said it from the first day. This dressing room is full of great players, but we also need to be a great team to beat Manchester City or to beat Elche. That's what I need my players to believe, that they have to be a team. They need a collective mentality. They need to know clearly what we want to do when we don't have the ball and what we want to do when we do have it. They are obviously players with exceptional quality, but they are even better when everyone shares the same idea and carries it out like they did today. About Valverde, yes. I'm very happy for him. From the very first day, we've talked a lot, and I've been quite...
Na Thierry Henry and I say onim Diana Real Madrid Erisha Amujesino.
I want to talk about something, and you have, as we all know, I'm very Barca. I'm very Barca, Barcelona.
Yeah.
Or, as you said, Barcelona. I don't know why, but it is Barcelona. But you have to give Madrid a lot of credit. You have to give the credit. Nobody saw that coming, and nobody saw Valverde scoring a hat-trick. Anyone that said that Valverde was going to score a hat-trick is a liar. So, but I want to talk about the team effort that they had today. That's how you win games. Everybody was defending for everybody, and Valverde will get his reward because he's been a great servant for the club, and scoring 3 goals for him doesn't happen or never happen, actually. So you have to give them credit. But I want to talk about, I don't know how to say his name, Petar, because I watched it closely tonight. What a game he had. He was running for everybody. And I don't know what they put in that shirt. I don't know what they put in that jersey. I really don't. It's obviously a joke what I'm going to say because I don't want to wear that jersey. But maybe if I put it on, it might help me to get my hair back. They put something in it. When they play in the Champions League, I don't know what it is. When they put that shirt, I said at the beginning of the game that it's a navy shirt. And then you have...
Was it the Madrid Forum? I'm about Champions League now. I'm just onim de anom the same and Thierry Henry Nensma Adetujam Luis Enrique about the Mrantrabasom with a modern bar amodana de emra na omo ebo e Chelsea a super performance and at Mranterum e done the fighting spirit na I was through my country mo say you okonom we at the first leg and you our pack the prince and you come return leg our Stamford Bridge and Luis Enrique Jomikaga Ede atudo sa Chelsea masa enra na tactics bibia spot on lemom sa man change mu goalkeeping department issues na nya de sam beko bibia o si Chelsea goalkeeper papa enkanwa enka onlusu game nom Liam Rosina o say sumo bi o wa yamfa amom ono Liam Rosina o say even the to dwanyina in the game mistakes and nyina sumo bi o wa yamfa mo ono coach no fisem the 5th goal nanka Chelsea ebetim ayehun bibim o say a setback and amatimim anyana boys nom aba respond emra womo ebo the second leg our Stamford Bridge so and no iron sma ruanom enti atujo say it is possible sir Chelsea ebetime a qualifying na money sir omba avoid petty mistakes omba our Stamford Bridge so now omba take our chances. James said this is not beyond Chelsea either. Chelsea betime a qualify fear the here sir betime improve upon near omyero and radom and iron sma ade atujam and let play Liam Rosinua Okasaye after say Olusu 5-2 France.
Yeah, exactly what you said. Up to 75 minutes. Ties in a balance. We came on to a really good performance. We make a really poor mistake. Team mistake. Philippe's held his hands up in the dressing room. And even at 3-2, you're saying, okay, goal down, take them back to Stamford Bridge. We're well in this tie from the performance in the first leg. And to be fair, the 4th goals are not... It's an exceptional strike from long range, and then we have a flashpoint in the last minute. We don't switch on after the flashpoint, and they get a 5th goal, which doesn't tell the story and makes it a.
Luis Enrique, bought the man to number so with and what did and woman done a deal against Chelsea. Luis Enrique.
Well, I have to say I'm very happy, not only for the result, but also for our resilience. Every time we go in advance in the result, they score, they draw the match twice, and we keep insisting and trying to.
Now, according to intelligence, I may pick and say, and Kumobi Koso, Manchester United board, Nedi Kame Kancha or Hadada, Sir Omumwachem, you know, every person, Mike Carrick, Otuo-Acheampong so as a permanent manager. Every person that be full from Etim Eba. Now, according to report, HSA, Enra, or Omne, Louis Enrique, Eshai, Ewo, Hotel, secret meeting. Yams so, I need to talk for ma, yet to be a Amasha, and to come as a opinion, Pesa Oba, now Baya Juma, and the Ematimum, and I letters and no eka yensa and ano pay na noni maduake at the atujasem against Leverkusen our Bay Arena na a difficult our Emirates Nyankupobwa next week Arsenal ebetime a qualifying to the Arsenal ya ma yamo show qualification edian ebebam Mikel Arteta edi atujam say I was telling team na etim improve onya 1-1 our Bay Arena there na so send team no am qualify na amuko manima ewa Emirates Stadium next week awasem amutime epetam amamotim bonum na uko Leverkusen coach Gaspar Jumant no so ya o say penalty na enra amujema Arsenal no on the office na anya penalty and yesma uranom efi na so eba now we need to finish it in London and no Mikel Arteta boss Emma Arsenal.
Yeah, very important, obviously. So the game had different phases. Some in the first half where we were very dominant and we had a big chance with Gavi to put a 1-0. And when you miss those chances, obviously the game can change. Then after that, we didn't finish enough actions. I mean, every time we got in and around the box, we gave the ball away, and that allowed certain counter-attacks, very unlike us. And without really conceding nothing, we needed to.
And now a historic day. Ewo Atletico de Madrid Apollo arrive na Apollo Urbanum officially umbe majority shareholder Ewo Atletico Apollo Fonoban woman be majority shareholder Ewo Atletico de Madrid meaning Miguel Angel Gay Marin and Henrik Cerezo umbe continue our club name amunya majority shareholders kede hunsam etu onim ene anope one Laporta Nensam and it's a club Otoma Victor Font only the club na meaning that or the team nom ever call on ditch or best say team nom is answer Madame for pa and Bartomeu and then some if it want Laporta na swear eba Inter Milan se Manu Koni here boy no Manu Kone Emma Juma and in the summer and your reporter Eka Yansa and no pay you see and then on say UEFA Europa League Gasperini or say no Ukrainian Roman team them they have to fight and sample and a qualification woman some etimi aka Steve Nico and the atuja say I was almost dropping Musala na ri ngumo hanom enso enya bonu bi etimi ebo anopay yeren ko phone close 7 AC on Oyerepa 100.7 FM live on Oyerepa TV nti boss player Sometymer Otuo-Acheampong eba na fe on the team na e de jakano atwas you doing come with Bayport Savings and Loans sika krabia bakwa metimi de mensense bo aka che say for sikanom kokoto ho eno monto kese na ono monto kesa abusia ontu sikan kweneda ukana pesa otono obeto awade no wesiese kakra beduro sika puduo na de asiu dan no ato ka no aware de opesa wo ye bia fan kakra koto Bayport Savings and Loans na emma not your so you know o de ayodu sika to ha onton kunisanse omunya banka ha we say okoji sika no kan no mu dwane we mu de omontisa omuye credible enti Mr. Michael ne ni about good morning baba say BBI fine ti am pen so ebeti why I was say you say bi e wo Bayport Savings and Loans
baba ya found my video so here ahwefo ne etfo enano Bayport Savings and Loans, a financial institution, actually 23 years in the industry. It's answer the Numa Dana Bank of Ghana, Ama, your license.
Okay.
The sign here part of the deposit protection scheme industry. The sign here part of that group. They can't deposit protection scheme na na ye adwumakuo a omobo amanfo sika no ban nti Bayport ekasa ekuo na yebo amanfo sika eban adwumadie no basically aye mienu a payroll lending any fixed deposit none of a fixed deposit na yeba be simu ekena fixed deposit no the can say ubia when that so say upasa this sika si baby aye say baby a reliable be a credible see the wa kind Bayport fixed deposit abama na can say for sika no ebra Bayport na nsimu a opese onya no emini do ana ya ni sa pepe amount is answer Bayport fixed deposit na ya flexible no and it is opese we investment no bosomi ba ko akonya no ewo sa amount bosomi nsa so akonya no bosomi nsia sa na afedia so ewo no ntuni akono ba a book investment na certificate na de be mount bosom miensa na only yeshishe say nyema wa abonsa bosom miensa no certificate no so pepe amount ya cars at the end of bosom miensa no sabe kan o hwe set no so abonsa no so so pepe into poto be ka sem ya be ka say Bayport fixed deposit no it guarantees you maximum returns on your investment. Into returns there no be share from the onset no e mature don't say wa no when you alert say skabotini we nam de ba Bayport nsi one Bayport for no kind and ne skabotini am de ba ni na e da account ti no sa no na oni akọ no decide say the Bayport for no kind abemu sa pepe into me o sika bi kra o me de ba account na aye top up na Bayport for no assign roll over amam say mature so na person we na de kodi juma bia akonya no wo so be na we dey akwa kodi juma no Bayport apart from Ghana no we are located in 9 other countries me kasa na person me say yeah multinational company in Ghana anko ene wo other countries no so wo and now ba Ghana ha so aye Kumasi Amakom and a service center no edum so sales center no wo Ghana so all the regional and district capitals no be open Bayport a share kwan ya wono every now and then your be office at 24/7 into wow person about be make inquiry be ya be ye pono at amount ya the numbers no e betu ya e bra numbers na etu ya no wo achichi na bia eya Makom adum another regional capitals no o men ho no now the offer ya no be di nkomo na say share halfway cry na ya boa na ultimate investment na ya be sa pepe no ya the numbers na etu ya na ya to ankomo
okay me na nti we
alright so baby I will be out person here edi nkita ho a numbers we betimi afrɛ mu bia ene ye edi juma we betimi afrɛ me e was 055 811 9281 055 811 9281 we betimi afrɛ Michael and so 0242 288 915 0242 288-915 ubetimi afrel Daniel and so 0244 598400 0244 598400 afi so kakra me so me de beka ho no me obi bebusa say na ede enkwa na Bayport mo ye ne sonko a de bia mo bodero say ye mfa ye sika emra emetu ho ade ya ne sonko ne say Bayport say we be investment with us yanjiji ska no na yenso ye de akoto bond wo baabi ana ya ko invest wo baabi na ya twen nya ho mfaso ansa na ye de wo mfaso abroad bi ye de ma payroll lending no ne the secured place ye hu say ehwo de abadwumayefo say ye ma omo besia at the end of the month no aban na ne be dey ebe deduct returns no amayen and aban bia nso ni ho obeba obeka say mentua aban adwumayefo ka enti rather no sometimes menya questions bebre say ene aya de na ye business mo my loans ni we there be rather na ye de bomu musika ne ho ban because all the beto ho na obeji usika na aba na ye ka say oh ye de koya de ye nya ho faso enti twen a menya sure say wani beje but because of baby yenya yehu se ahade eye dan ya sika ne beba ne ntini de bia investment no matter the amount ube invest oba be mature na oba be pota won sabeka usika potin ye ene mfaso aye no hyehye ye se ye de bema no eda na. And I always talk about redemption. So we do usika akoto baby ne gie mu no eya na eno so hu hia pa na ye de ye won hyehye ye bebra ye de ma wo ye de e kan e ma won saka usika empo ye wo USSD code ye timi link wo ofun so e ma enti se eda na usika be mature na no fa ofun na wa witimi kwa ofun so na we use camera kwa omba office on ha homba office e medical enye en ha ho da na won sabe kan usika potin ye ni nyina e na empo se in case say o de to ho na say emergency ba na say o ba ne e be ka se ni intimi se mi hia me sika enche kra ye den hyehyɛ yegu akwa mu ma won saka osika so wo hia ni nyina se wo ebia wo gibi no wagya bi ni nyina ye hwɛ ne aye ne kama ma wo ɛna se sika no so de beto hɔ a ye charge penny ɛwɔ so se 10,000 na de beto bay porter emra ne beso no ubenya 10,000 pepe na mfaso a ye no ɛka ye nso no wanya bi wanya ne pepe ye ntew kapre empo terminate cry until penalty say enhyehyɛ ya one ye koe no anso enti ne ye till penalty enti no ye be pot de bia mekanfo ama adofo atiefo na omuso omwogidie we yemu ne ye adwuma no madam wase bebre sem wogidie na me ye sure say experiences nso amanya enti no mun lusu gidie na mo wo yemu no enti me sa esi number ne so biemu na my friend obetimi afre me Dorcas e was 055 811 9281 055 811 9281 obetimi afre Daniel e was 0244 598400 0244 598400 obetimi afre Michael e was 0242 288 915 0242 288-915. Seems to too.
Okay. Auntie Michael.
I'm
okay. No, can you do asem? Did they say what asem yama wana?
Maybe a chairman from one be a boy. Master na man for.
Oh, there be a chum. Sam from an echo. A quarter da no crabian come. Your own keka wo mo no mu nyina yie no. Bayport de omu gina yie. Bayport de wonu omu edi djuma. Solo what tribe Bayport da ho.
So to Minyan tribe.
Adent.
Minyan tribe but ye be na kakra bia ye be say hand to mouth ne doors unti no. Esa na ma na ye din kakra.
You on say any mistake nan go for you. Mistake nan go for you. Yeah. Ese do here o tetima o so chia o. So no me see do. Oguso. Okay. Asiedu yeso ya chia o. Wa woso no kakra bia no pay nye bad.
Exam.
Bi ade ne tene say. Enya so onya bibiri ansa na ade.
Matiase.
She say bibira betu ma ye.
Meko.
Mi say na say dia me en say me ko hu accountant. No na am ka den say bo so me ensa. Me ba ha ma ne mfi me. Ompa bibia o de me ameko ate me fanze de ma ko sense omtre
me kobo so me ba akokra wo betimi esi o
some 3 months and me pay
yeah
me pay ba na adi na to be port money opa try say example no be
is a minyo
March April May
is a minyo mo mbe wo so mo kakra yes a
na me be ho be port o de kakra bia obi afako ombe bohu bayama e di bia to so sika nso dey safe
yes
secured asem ni ho omo ezopa na omo mre no omo eni mre omo ko ke be phone line say mo amu ni be potedi djuma nyina mo mfre to local beti next week e be try sa de o de we nyese o no obi akose mo ntra ne ehwe ade be pot de ye da kwales way otukwan na so yeah Michael Daniel na ye
Daniel
Zakode okay and the ompe no me nu na mpe omo asem wo na ayi the Dorcas Sunday oba nti oba bia mpe no asem ayi Boniface Oh, on the Ompekasa. Bible smooth operator come about Ompekasa. And number 6 and go.
Okay, Mr. 055 811 9281. 055 811 9281. 0244 59 8400. 0244 598400. Now 0242 288 915. 0242 288-915. Esa was screen so ma mo be TV no. It was screen so nti no mo be timi ahwe na ma pick ne files na ma free. Okay.
Michael no doka said that say. Solo you go so am for send e ba e trade many muti about. On the rent control one minimum day ban. Yeah. Dia yes see any high da ensre wo mo. Yani han yedan
omo ye kra ma isi ye nema ni mo ayedian ma
mo yense omo yani han yedan
ize wo kona se unza ade no timi boaboa no na o de ko ebia afim emfie mienu eboa eze mo se mo nje mu 6 months
na eze no abuji no na omo o se suantra na hayo abuji no there is no way so bi be ye adwuma abosom be so en se pay no a delay
sanity
njo mo mko no bosom
ya ende
bosom so eden pain beba
na ye how
na o treatment so pain beba
yeah
na emma na fi rat to abende ai mo nyo advance yensrem
ahakra no esi atwede bobeba mu obeko na tenant bi bu ni fi rakra
6 months no so fi ra betum de se some the card bi ba from 1st April if you ra bia ko akodi card ni bi na o de dan mo bia wa tworo so mo dia ma untimi ntum je so ko hu aban no acho so betima
o me kra ma ezi nkrofo nya dan ni bimbo
dan bi nya mfa ma if you rap for mu ye mo bo se de mo ye na mo mfa ye se mo man mu nia no ma mu view mu
as a fin na rent control for person mo so mo na no bi
obi se papa no acting to be so here na present mama dey adwuma money so lo yanko Saturday ba Sunday
oni medical account bi
medical so ba any underground
enye easy pra enye easy
Saturday mo so atod na no atumu
oh yes
enti mo mra mo hwesi twa papa
yeah
say ye twa papa say dey si twa papa na be ma safo tubu akodi
so no be din kan twa bi
on be twa bi
okay
sana afo ye be ma waba na fe memenda so program bibro ye din na miss papa juada mo mra kumawu
ya te boss
mo mra kumawu na
right Pepsodent charcoal Pepsodent herbal toothpaste fa eno etwi wo sen ebeboa wo sen papa wo sen no ebeye fita ebeboa na o gums enya ahoden eyi eye enumunka ede efri ho ede emau apose no the Ghana Dental Association ajatum Pepsodent charcoal Pepsodent about toothpaste lemon mint zinc fluoride ewomu eno ne ede aye entineboa enumu adwumadie no afeso greeting herbal extract Pepsodent herbal toothpaste no emu ema all round cooling sensation about gums no eho ba na joda mo awabia entumi ma emedi agro sinim angel kaka ene yade aka a esen no ede ema no Pepsodent every smile matters. Amy Scientific Hospital stroke yade awo honsem chronic diseases and infections yade na wakoa enkono oba afidie no be yade na pie na yasa yade no ede ama ya so ye ena ode yade bia hinta ni padua ni mba onsan fan kofi na wo ye no free wa ma Canada say stroke yade no ye ho number 1 Ghana Africa West Africa abasubode p ena yaje wa bra stroke yade no ye de stamp na timi ye say panyan ye mpe ena yesa esa no yi ye kuma se atwema tachiman kwada so France ekwan so enchi boga wa bibiani Accra Chakra de tamale atebubu nkoko sunyani ho sehide bi so na hohoi eho nyina ye ho 0277 001234 ene ending komo bosomtwira bank plc ene medisika semne ho komo wa bro be savings account current account fixed deposit susu savings special account joint account and a kiddie account ye discount be see amount na ye discount see area ya bomoden ama loan ni bi na ode akodi ujuma ye loan services no ye ma susu loan ye ma micro group loan ye ma salary loan agricultural loan, business and commercial loan. Beji sika ko bi adwuma, beji sika ko tere adwuma mu, beji sika ko ye okua, na afi waji sika e de atu botom bosome dwuma ye ni bosome na so sika maya. Ye ma sika na odi atwitwa ho. Ye head office e okontena se, afi atonso agogo gyachi kokofu chede. Ayene makokoben edwena se ebu akwa atonsu bokra putoja magazine efia kobi na binchi market ubombo somtura bank plc e ho frey 0508 64 27 05 0508 2705 Kangen Energic drinking water. It is safest refreshing water e we dwaman so a ubenya minerals ahodo a ewom no bini calcium, magnesium, potassium, any iron eboa emani pediano enya ahoden. Kangen nsuo no onomu a ema woda kama unya good sleep eboa e pompi moja ni ye e woni peduanim se de be ya akwa no bia ba bia wo se enya moja de adwuma no anantim kama na ni peduano atumi aye adwuma e rich in antioxidant na de tie ni se me ba cho onum Kangen no we rest assured ese o white blood cells o red blood cells e benya ahoden e hye ne kena na ko e de tie anyarewa na yade titru ba ko pa onum Kangen so a entumi ntan ni peduanim eye yade e fe ne cancer ni nya ne se cancer entumi ntana bia ya alkaline ewo alkaline water no Kangen Energic drinking water but live our kidney and wakoma ehun ban penso ibito ewo Bremen UGC Tafuni Road Abaru Junction Lizzie Hotel Santa Serena about Pakikio Stadium and Sumankwa Junction ewo Ashtown 0241 449191 0241 449191 0507 379474 any Kangen enkasa apomodi eba clinic wamu NSF ni yade ne bro ma so ye na odi ba onsan emfanko eni yade na fe na eba anase ato dadada untumi nkenkan oti TV okra na ade ne so IBC amao unhu se nipa ne gina so unhu se chese ade bi ne ade ato TV ne so a bra apomodi eba clinic na yentu ase emao odi hernia kan ulcer gonorrhea candidiasis goiter and a fair waste space is yare ye hu adwuma kama ewe ya se kumali so for life so ja for kwan so any Assemblies of God asori no and a edi animhwe free 0551 098961 0551 098961 Bash digital satellite owo Abrepo Junction ship mu now kwa oma decoder now they are coffee o they are come out TV no TV ne so bi bia pa hwe bia benya oma decoder hotel na operate o de kwa wache de amadan ni mu nyina oma decoder guest house o kwa chema dan no emu ba bia obi abeba be da bia no onya TV na TV no ko he ne so bi bia pa hwe ewo so restaurants and individuals monko jimu decoder installation mamo ye wi an recharge e de account your packages e very 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 affordable Abrepo Junction e ho na be Bash digital satellite free 0200 050848 0200050848 any Bash indi enkomo anope ya meka say obabi ebunensa ene anope ne bebe no anajo wakam fiti anajo na bepem anope eya pa onamu no enya asem ketwa wa friend yonku bia ma ne yonku na ka chenso oba de obunsa na se wote ya wa normal oboa odada oboa oba obunsa wo se eye jojo ma dwumadie bi a wudi na wo so timidi sabi yanuanom makro mutumirika omobobo ombu om nso wutimi bobo na nka dwumaden be ene chense wabu nsa na utumirika na so bobo esense umpe grow fine adronom yenti ena obu nsa eyaoba obu nsa moja ne badodo obu nsa ensisi so ema pe grow fine no na ensiesie unsabu ho asem no kama sorry ano pa beti se nipadua no wanwoden e grow fine oda obeda udidi obedi kama e grow fine pedro ibito of herbal pharmacy shop across the country dodo na pa digital herbal clinic Kumase Amakom roundabout Bank of Africa eho ena ye 0244596532 0244596532 wasi dine wi anafei ena ogusu a usi asemdaba se usi dine wi a na person prevented from cracks they tell me say you mesin for bebre kofa ni so me plastering na owie no okọ na saade ne wo a echense se bi agrada adwansu nan ni mu be wu na papai afi na ma ɛdan ne nyɛ fɛ ɛdan a ɔbɔ kɛse wuram kora na wani nye yɛ say yɛyi plaster ne nyina afiri hɔ ne nyina sɛ the marble stones ɛna ɛhyehyɛ project ne wɔ abra yɛwie efie na ankasa wawie ho ne nyina na wahyehyɛ stones yi bi wɔ kama ebi a wɔwɔ no wahyehyɛ stones kama swimming pool no na woyɛ a wode stones yi bi ahyehyɛ kama sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a afebɔɔ umenya cracks bi ana afei odan na ankasa wani engine ho Augustine marble stone ɛna ɛma saa marble stones ne nyina bi ɔma obi a what about classic ne contemporary designs no the animdifo de akyire no ma ba abɛhyehyɛ ɛwɔ a project no ho ɛde ama kama ye watakwa ɛna afei Kumase so ba ye Okona junction ye numbers ɛde di dwuma no yɛ 0540 415616 0540 415616 ɛna 0596 396483 nationwide delivery ye edemount ɛnɛ ɛyɛ 12 of March so bed me boa nti wohem paade a aka bɛyɛ sɛ 19 days na bosome no ayɛnde na 19 days no wa a free first match bɛpem 12 match ono ho kan ndi nhyiamu no na sɛ obenya deficit sɛ de bia kora ne da baako a na sɛ aka 19 times ane ne bɛda adeɛ no so 21 times ɔhu enti no sɛ first to 12 wantumi a na sɛ wakono no atekɔ libido atekɔ nom edek SM bitters ne mpagya atenkani ma wo onom edek SM bitters abɛma debiara da utu na poma ene sha ade ni mu unam kra na obi hwe flap na ni mu se eh ade na kufu na hye wonom edeke sembetes debiara da why ready uduru fi apanya na ode ama ho kani oba so onomu a ebo apa eyi waste pain free ho low sperm count afi premature ejaculation eno so ebekwa ye edek SM bitters edu eba clinic number 0243 989 368 0201 044 221 ABA Herbal Clinic Sofo Rasta no ABA Herbal Clinic ono ma wadro na afagu aduanem di ewura nini ntin so na yeso adwuma glaucoma cataract long short sightedness the friend myopia no ahwan no ni nyina ebeko terms a ye de hunahuna aye oko ABA sa terms no ni nyina away ni nyina se wani no esan ebehu ade kama sexual weakness hypertension, stroke, prostate, mema ya de liver and kidney related diseases. ABA Herbal Clinic omo edihun djuma papa ewo omo aseye. Kwada so gina say main market honum eche honum a ho ena omo ewo ena doma hinkro brother Jom Ebenezer Preschool a eno eben apia kubico store. ABA Herbal Clinic omo ewo ho 0541 565 199 0541 565 199 0502 812161 no fra obeje so no akọ na oso wedi wani problem no akọ na wahwe ede ama reputable company kese epe security personnel to wani je ho afre 0554 257 419 0554 257 419 na yema adwuma enye today's sports etwaso Eddie Amamo live on Oyerepa 100.7.
Thank you very much. Solo, that's it.
All right, boss.
Yeah, that's it. We be fine. Yeah. So bad. Young Koi now. Adia Ekren said the English teams are struggling. Your favorite English teams, you know?
Of course, they
in the last 6,
they had a difficult start. They had a difficult start.
What's it? Hey, David, Newcastle bought draw.
Yeah.
But some opposition, so you cannot take that. So it was against Barca.
Difficult start for the Premier League teams, but we see
what. What 5-6?
No,
Charlie, Spain for now. What do?
I'm far to papa.
Oh, say
Momo pep na see na kapa because ni juma di no to see the trace pa. Yeah, you see the trace pa so. We will talk about all that. But no results be surprising one now.
And right, yes, of course. My expectation say Madrid be say City 3.
Okay.
Me Arsenal Leverkusen no because like I've monitored them.
You're like now who is a bad thing.
A bad thing. Arsenal could have won, but and so the days now Arsenal born now man. So I season Bodo Glint.
Yeah, Bodo against
Sporting. They are becoming a problem.
Can say any of the teams Bodo should be careful.
3-0.
Yeah.
And I think the other game was Chelsea. I think that was Roseno and Otime Kane to Chomka.
Especially 2-2, 5-2.
Yeah.
And a City then. So yesterday was more like the 2 matches Champions League. The bonus has been entertaining. You can't take that away from the conversation. And inexperience in terms of squad size, overthinking, and materials all comes to the picture. Our results our matches. No to start seeing free a year Chelsea game. Coach Efreno Luis Enrique is just a beast of a manager. And so too, in as much as PSG have their own cracks and have their own issue, you just can't take away the fact that currently, as we speak, they are the best team in Europe. And then our European night almost set the stage on fire and almost reminded the world of what they have and what they can do. And game at 2-2, quite interesting and difficult. You have to give credit to the Chelsea setup. How coach Liam Rosinho is starting the team. No? Excellent start. And a coach, it's been starting. But the most interesting thing here, the squad size of a team. Any how or more rotating players is very, very relevant and it's very, very necessary. And the front three of a club, your friend PSG, anyhow, Enrique Faso was very, very important. And now, man of the match was Kvaratskhelia, Mr. Otuo, and Kwaya Enrique Faso, a Yusu game was so interesting, and you have to give credit to him. And now Enrique who said PSG team last season around this time almost started some boja. They started slowly and almost started some boja every do match. And with the scoreline against Chelsea, they already have one of their leg over the next stage of the competition. It's going to be quite difficult for Chelsea to get a comeback and return. Now with Timia show. Now to number 1. Say share PSG team now with a 3-0 advantage. You can talk about a Chelsea or say a Barcelona by 3-0. But also no one-off game. But say PSG ABPM or Stamford Bridge, knowing say they need to protect the lead and manage a 3-goal advantage, that makes the job very difficult. The first hurdle for Chelsea about how to stop PSG from scoring. And so in terms of the rotational play of the PSG team, having the ability to stop PSG from scoring is going to be a difficult task for coach Liam Rosinho and his Chelsea team. So on that phase, PSG are almost through to the next stage of the competition. Now, last season at the ABC Premier League, which was the teams realized coaches decided say omo person omo goalkeepers ni bobo ni bi yembo ball ni bi. And last year man for the pressure no goes forcing the goalkeepers to make an error so that you can win possession very close to the penalty box and punish the opponent. So we have at the end this season also drop a kakra. If you really last season they know what you almost every team wanted to do that. And even the Pep Guardiola and Krams to talk fast at the end and now the Gigi Donnarumma. When it comes to his how comfortable are you on the ball, not the enemy throat to say Edison money, the other man one you are money at so Donnarumma imposed for Manchester City tells a story. It's a Pep Guardiola and Assassin and Sam. Then I came at 2-2 and a Chelsea goalkeeper too. His decision was also PSG ball with high pressing, intensive one. So he wanted to skip the first line of defense for PSG, which is the front three. Now allocate a player of Chelsea in the middle. Next, we 3 players are free. So to the first thing you need to ask yourself here, sir. The moment you keep our control ball, when your passing lanes and passing options is blocked, so busim, safety first. And in as much as Sanchez won a problem, so too, it drew that time now Sanchez would move a bone on him to about watch. But I know Jorgensen tried to give a pass, and before he realized not PSG. At the time, Anna momentum was balanced, and I come misplaced that passer. It could lead to the third goal. Momentum is shifting entirely. The Chelsea players started blaming each other. The reaction of Enzo Fernandez on the goalkeeper. And one other PSG. Moment of weakness. As a champion or sniffle for movement of blood neighbor, then you pounce on you and punish you. And now Liam Rossinier learned the hard way. Me sure so Obe mature with time when it comes to the job. But then at 2-2, the story was clear. Chelsea needed to find a defensive way of managing the game, either through control or through wasting time. Any structure Chelsea they needed that. But then when Timia manager must to 3-goal advantage here, I think it's a game over for Chelsea, even before Stamford Bridge. Now Manchester City, Mr. Otuo. Pep na Ejanasa. Yeah. And Pep is learning the hard way. The other young call for Mr. Otuo na and then call for the year. And adeɛ baako a prime Pep Guardiola na ɔyɛ adeɛ paa his tactical shape before every game. Who say ansana be starting game starting na tactically he is superior and or show a can be open. But declining Pep has started overthinking and it is costing his team a lot. And now utie Pep I'll say oh no one say Madrid for the ball with a 4-4-2, you know. No one say overload an attack never one, but no na Madrid for the buy. Madrid defended with all 11 men behind the ball, and they catch you on the break with Vini Jr. and Ibrahim Diaz. Enya Furo to do what they want, and they are someone a year. Mr. Two Abrantia Freno a year Pep Guardiola and Openya friend Pep Guardiola. No, the tuja. No, and no Pep. Over experimented with his Manchester City team. Number one, so now we should game now. Prime Pep Guardiola no place a lot of emphasis on midfield dominance. From Bayer to Manchester City, we used two different midfield setup. Fernandinho, Kevin De Bruyne, David Silva. Later, we rotated to now Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne. Later, De Bruyne corner forward in Beshim. City always had the creative spark from the middle. That has been Pep Guardiola. And so what City in recent days me who say Rodri born cran Oya evolve from a typical number 6 to even a number 8, where you get another player to support him in a double pivot system. Rodri needs energy, no. Sa physical presence na Emma Rodri before the ACM to Obon as the only defensive midfielder to Oye Juman. That is not the Rodri Hunan saying. Then you partner Rodri with Bernardo Silva. Then question of baby son said Tinjana Randers no kofane be cause match is be saying as all the boom. Some ball Randers match is be saying as bia ye who be say Nico Williams and Nico Gonzalez rather. Ordinary can a bit say Rodri ho, maybe about Bernardo Silva. Because when you play Bernardo Silva, now but Savino, Ellen Haaland, Antoine Semenyo, and Jeremy Dokua, with Rodri as your the only support for the defense. That's a ball no you had the Ache Madrid. Because by default, Madrid functioned very well in recent times. Alonso na time na Nkesisa, where they were going for dominance. But in recent times, what check Abelora born I'm so to the person and it's a person over. Opa fa umrantin in Abeguno 3-4 passes and some drew half. If only you've been watching Abelora and to her go away, just one pass from the goalkeeper. That is how he operates. And then now with Bellingham out, with Rodrigo out, with Kylian Mbappe out, Motuo Obebo Olivini Jr. as the main target man.
Hold on. I don't keep an answer.
That's also another mistake because I thought the keeper.
Ofilisa
was try line. That is miscalculation. But to me, check Kwaya City for no. Pep tactics ne the ball no ko sha Belora nsem. Ebe adwuma ne simple the man. He handed over the game to Real Madrid in yesterday's class. Because Otuo Madrid bompo no decided to obo Vini Jr. It was class of Vinicius no be enche hona no beda. And Madrid were almost going to have about 6 players around their center circle. And what City needed was that whenever Madrid decide to take them on, how many players and they protect the City actually? And you won't get that one from Semenyo. You won't get that one from Doku. Unya from Savino. Unya from Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva can complement. But say a branch FN Rodri now there is no hope in there. So I know Madrid, the Champions League night, when it comes to Champions League, you can never underestimate Real Madrid.
Okay.
Goalkeepers will make strange mistakes. Defense will shake. Their players will play like nothing before whenever it gets to the Champions League. And that is why Madrid, for some time now, even under Zidane, only winning just 1 league title, but only the Champions League 3. Even in seasons that they are going down, when it's Champions League night, near boom, the White Angels strike, and then they give Pep Guardiola a good lesson. Pep, after the game, his interview is speaking one language. It looks like he has admitted that he's even out of the game. Hansi Flick Koje 4, our Atletico. They are catching some maybe 2 or more company. At least Pep Guardiola's conversation should be able to spark some form of hope. But that's on one train. City were even like say Vinicius can't say a penalty. It could have even been 4. So City is out of the competition. Okay. I don't see a comeback for Manchester City.
None the old Kenya Pep can be an what the old cast is that's what you said.
Who coach there? As a sound cast and a different from your attention.
Okay.
As Sanka coach be and I had it wrong. But in the next game, something is going to happen.
All right.
Madrid should be ready and we are going to shake them. So Yamba Madrid Abazoto, Abelora got his tactics right, how he deployed the players behind the ball. And it was on all defending or attacking game for Madrid. And Omuchiro Bia said, you can underestimate them in almost every competition. But when they get to the Champions League,
Zach,
they are the masters.
So, I'm one of the few who believes that winning the Champions League is easier than your domestic league. Yeah. And that position hasn't changed because Enuntina form our league and what like how you play or how far you go in the Champions League. It has an incorrelate. Your form in your domestic league and then how far you go in the Champions League and correlate and found cry like it doesn't match.
I didn't like that.
Yes, because
and your form ran at the Champions.
There be you can have
at the end of the Champions.
You can have a very good run in your league. Who bow so be but the Champions League, who say local games is different from Obo and Marathon League. Local games, and nothing Portugal team but draw one of the Euros. But
my confused about it 2 hours.
But you can't
until the form now. And not a form at the bubble. So there might be few variations or might be an uniform, no idea. But you agree with me, sir. Almost Magic Champions League more. They are the people who have won more leagues.
No, sir.
So what's the matter?
But what say? There's a trend. Say, say Team B not performing in his league.
Those are the exceptions.
No, but welcome. You go and check them out the 15 television on my G. And check the number of times Omoji league and Omoji Omanje league.
It will be more. The exceptions, I agree with you. So be them as a Chelsea of year, bang. No, my but to win the Champions League, you must be good in your league.
No, you see.
You can say form at the ball and there.
No, maybe flip and say Champions League. For example, you do knockout stage now. Just 2 games. Every stage be a home and away. Pa. You have a strategy, good strategy for that game, sir. But me style to get.
But the team must be good
to get your qualification and
that baby I come no. But I say there are clubs who have experience. when it comes to the Champions League. And they may not be doing well more domestic league. But the experience that they've had in the Champions League, you know, but what I say, you don't need a good form. They are like because only form you cannot play.
Because say, like your form in your league, you know, and the Champions League, and time matter most. And
a few days.
For example, we saw Liverpool last season, blowing every team away in the league, but Champions League and Tessa.
Because there were better teams in the Champions League that season.
So because your league, you know, yes.
But over here, all the years in Liverpool Champions League, no more form in the domestic league.
No,
recently
put the Liverpool Oman league recently put the.
Me say na recently Oman say.
So the last two.
Liverpool is 6 or 7.
Last 2 or 3 years, no perform in the league. But they won the Champions League. So it comes back to you, and I've seen the argument about once again Arsenal match, you know, point, you know, a lot of people talking about the game once again wasn't a nice game. Na Mr. New win Thierry Henry coach on the panel Edemao. I don't want to go for Mr. Edemao.
But me who man I'm get on my who do opache. No, it's saying.
I said
because several know because Arsenal play like police. Or just say Arsenal did not put their foot front, like they were defending, they were relaxed.
Yeah, that's a normal.
That's why I said don't mind. Who be strategy or the
So you see, in a knockout games, I have 2-leg affairs. And until now, me who is going to say na can we say the Premier League and so a weak league and because team I'm saying no, you can't make this conclusion when there are second leg to play. And again, 6 teams no require no. Who doesn't know say there's any possible they say omenya more than 3 in the quarterfinal. Any possible. Say 8 na be quarterfinal no. Say English teams na be qualify. Any possible say they are be free. At least omenya be 3. The next stage of the competition. Eti yenya bo 3. But for Arsenal, a game that is good that omenya da equalizer no. Or the Ebefi. I remember against Leverkusen. Yes, Leverkusen. I saw them one very good side. It was a very relaxed, comfortable. And if you watch Mr. Tapsoba, how comfortable he's able to pass under no pressure. And quite unfastened Bob on everybody up, taking Arsenal out of their pressing. No, I think Arsenal had their pressing wrong, and Leverkusen had a very good way of playing around the Arsenal press now. Omutimi, you know, but the good thing is that Arsenal a draw. Omutimi Eddie Ebefia bet me a bomb in the return leg. I know Arsenal will eliminate by Leverkusen. So Chelsea game, you know. So I'm one of those who win the club World Cup. No, I'm saying that argument about synergy when I'm no, I'm saying cheating for me. I didn't see one of those games that Chelsea, yes, one of game beer. BBC now was show it's not like they're a better team than PSG. If you have followed this Chelsea team, not even under Enzo Maresca, okay, I know Mekacha was say I guess Arsenal he tried doing the template now the ball Maresca the ball PSG no and that's how the boy. The only change was that Cowell was not there on Lepra and or they Channel Babeshen and Emu. By the same team, the same system, the same formation and or the ball. But Adebakwa PSG any right yesterday was their pressing. So yeah. After the game, PSG phone complained they were tired because it's not about a lot of games that period. So there was a lot of fatigue in there. But Andra, Adebakwa PSG right was their pressing because at least the energy was there and they were able to match Chelsea with their pressing. No? Modern day football now, Obed Eka, how they want to pass on the back. So, born more image of third goal now, some mistake now, keep an ear and a result to go. No, so to what at this stage, Omono, again, say PSG were pressing with 1, 2, 3, 4. Sabo we na or the keep na Palmer have run out to receive the ball. So Ajini Nane said, if they are able to one pass it to me, beat this out for we are. What was it when you're free roll to attack them and go and find a go and score? Because when you came for a film, it's your margin, no. Oh, dear, invite the pressure. Amumbra. Next one and find one pass. And who was he going to find? Elko Palmer. The most intelligent among that Chelsea team now, because if you find him, he find a very good pass and Chelsea are good to go. But he wasn't lucky. And I thought it'd be a coach, you know. I said, because anytime Chelsea echo long piano, win the ball. But I mean, why insistence on let's play from the back, And PSG had everything right. Now going to Stamford Bridge, so 3-goal advantage. A burden at a much Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, but Champions League we need a bit more because just one goal, early goal, changes the complexion of the game. But at this stage, they a burden because how Chelsea be 3. Na PSG should go at Stamford Bridge too. Who's that? A team there.
Chelsea don't mind evident. Chelsea.
No.
They also are an experienced Champions League side.
No, I'm saying the England the only team I want me overcome a 3-goal advantage is Liverpool. England upon all they are in say or the 3-goal difference. Ebefie no team I'm say Liverpool and it me as idea no. And
Arsenal
never no some the Champions League I am come as some can.
So say you can't dey what. You can't a match.
There be bring be that.
I be as Arsenal Jibo. Obi Arsenal 3 match and say 4 be that. I was a 3-goal difference.
3-goal difference.
Okay.
Liverpool can I be England ho. Now against who say team now no ko bon so PSG with this attacking flair. But I said 3 or 4 PSG in shape or Stamford Bridge. That is the problem that Chelsea are going to face. I think PSG to qualify. Pep then as well the home so to. Watch out, Onya good run with resource and Onya no. We say Onya a very solid midfield 3 of O'Reilly, Rodri, and Bernardo Silva. And what the boy na Antruling so back, ebon the left back correct. Problem be anyhow. Against Nottingham Forest. Obi agin ko so. You go share line up na. Wa bo 4 attackers. And wa bo Silva and Rodri. Sana or the year has at the Real Madrid.
No, he has a board draw.
And a board draw. I think at least you should have realized that at that stage now who's then Uko Madrid your best because I have no foot 3 the best among them in that period that small boy O'Reilly no. Who's okay on my last bet 10 games their best midfielder has been that O'Reilly. Was the uncle number 3 na Anturi entrenching. Only 2 midfielders against 4 Madrid midfielders. That one not boy and one more winger. Because all the 4 in the midfielders, Vardy, Adagula, Chouameni, and Pitach. And about first 2 attackers into a diamond system. So they had more men in the middle. Silva cannot run. It's just one in midfield to tackle in Rodri. And and I think say Andra, me now line up Ramson Derby, City are in trouble because Sabo na opposite Kobono, Emfa.
All right.
I've never seen someone not playing number 10. I think was a false 9. I think number 9 be. But number 10, how can somebody be about number 10? I'm gonna it's clearly he overthinking and Andra. Okay. I think say Madrid had a very good day, but for even saying Vinicius. Because 3-0 there, City at Etihad, and you over, sir.
Arsenal, you be though.
Nana make
Nana make is it the 2002, 2003, the 2002, 2003, or 2004, 2005 season? And Inter Milan versus Arsenal 3-0 hybrid. Arsenal 3-0. Mekai Van de Meida, Obafemi Martins, I'm say Julio Cruz. Omane shares our goose in Inter Milan. That was Inter Milan team under Hector Cooper. And return leg in Italy. Arsenal Inter 5-1.
Yes.
Yeah, one of the best individual performance I won in the Champions League game. Thierry Henry said you was San Siro. Aha.
No English team has over 10.
As the Champions League.
What I be say, maybe any say or the ever Liverpool one team. Aha, that
is the carbon thing. Your bomb matches are CC. Oh, that's 5-2. The that took us 12 minutes or the 6 minutes Arsenal. Oh, no, said the Akama match almost 5.
Ah, so bad.
You will go.
You do a on the Otuo-Acheampong, you know, near the 20 HL. O say, and yes, I need to know the Kuni panel. TB, I am fat one, my young baby. A toa, a beco fast, my man, me and Fahon and Cheroso, near fat 20 Muchoso. A Binazakito ye. I would remember. And I debate on social media platforms between the past 2-3 weeks. On say, Afi. You share English clubs. Our Champions League and run near rich games. No, like it was winning the league is more difficult than winning the Champions League. But other countries not near show more clubs for Europe. They no more league. They want more league. One of more have condemned Bundesliga, La Liga, Italian Serie A. When clubs from this league enter more Europa, and you don't talk about say. Winning your league is more difficult than winning the Champions League. Huh? But to condemn leagues, you also support league. Near your team of league. Oh, or mobile Europa. Every one season, more. But no more generalizing is a league in a week. 18 or more clubs by Europa, more. Every England for the idea, you say, and winning the league is one. The Champions League is the most difficult competition to win. So to him the opportunities are being to win the Champions and no so. No opportunities are say league you can even lose 3 games, 4 games, 5 games,
and still win the league. How many clubs until you change this format? Teams do say they lose 5-6 matches winning Champions League. And you're both 2-legged ties. So you don't have another opportunity after going out. One hand in the Kobobium. Yes, so I shall. And for home. Yes, so I shall. So tell me, and this debate there be a page after Newcastle and Barcelona game. Now, among the English football that you say, based on the Newcastle there, Barcelona. Barcelona be both Premier League now. They will not even survive in the top 8. Because of the Newcastle there. Aye. But this same Newcastle team here can once too. A week or 2 before a game against Barcelona, none of the 10 players are Manchester. Our that Premier League third. Enti Sadia. So be ban on English team be bebo. That is Otuo. That bakuna nkoya. Don't make conclusions in the league yet. Like Kenra, the second place team on the English Premier League table. Real Madrid share 3-0. So because of you making conclusions in Premier League yet. Arsenal equal Leverkusen. Leverkusen omunya a good season. Arsenal at the top of the league. Aye. Echo ball 1-1. Inti no chase Premier League yet. Premier PSG. Eshe Chelsea enra 5. Chase Premier League yet. Tia munya abotre. I don't know any yes the Premier League. We are fans of the Premier League. Abotre. Ah. If Barca play the Premier League, they will be struggling to make top 2. I go with there and no.
Inti I know when you abotre na born and your home e bono. So if you love it, support it. But men condemn other leagues. Too when the special Oma Beru be no man.
And better comment to hold.
Okay, only one cars has him to be. Wakabi akama address no.
No, the defending and slot to no.
No, Wakabi akama.
There were 1 2. At that slot to be say Premier League is the most the. No alternative.
sir.
No,
But maintains what I say, Yashe TV from other league, no Premier League, maybe on cast as
yeah.
On cast as because
I 6 of them are in the 16. Yeah,
but teams almost are beating them from lower leagues or more friends say lower leagues in you. Maybe
let's look at it. Galatasaray actually Liverpool 1-0.
Galatasaray boy in the Turkish. Omo twen yo. Na say Barcelona ni Newcastle na nom the example say Barcelona be ball 1-1. Na bombe ball 1-1 ti Barcelona ntimi mura top 8 no. Omo atwa me yanko ball return level come no. Sia wo de o ma ho. Baby o mu di agro no ma ho bi nyanya abotre. Baby o mu di agro no o ma ho bi. Wo de nya abotre ni ni sa agro ni wi be to ensafo. Amo aba ho. Ba jo mu nya abotre. Mu nya abotre.
Chelsea ball PSG. Defending champions. Chelsea no England no that.
Abo jetim.
I feel this one. It's what we are saying. What we are saying is baby I'm a fair feeling baby I'm be doing say. You too. They do say that then the terms and everything around games necessary. And so I know you too enye fe. About your omomwa me no mufa dey bin to screen so. And I think you too yentimi nka enra games wa brebe ye na afi so. Yem pick Manchester City last 3 games na yen hwa dey bi. Ewa. Okay, let's start from City and where you City in Newcastle. The Monco City in Nottingham Forest first. City in Nottingham Forest 2-2. Now, Bema Wada Yenche City in Nottingham Forest. The lineup of Pep Guardiola you see here. Okowi Donnarumma. A back four of Matheus Nunes at right back. Ruben Dias and Magui as the 2 center backs and Anit Nouri as the left back. Just in front of the back four no, Rodri. Then 3 players in front of Rodri. Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden, Ryan Cherki, and the 2 ahead of the 3 no mujina Mefoda Bakune and Rodri no. Semenyo and Haaland into about 4-1-3-2. Say uyu Rodri sin China. Na ofa Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden, Ryan Cherki. None of them any old defensive qualities. See emphasis ya jibo the free sitting sem. Near sitting co defend there. Some players me say ya bo mu din so to obi any wo was hard and so be defended their city. Then again, Pep Guardiola is turning into Otuado on how he's using Antoine Semenyo. Yes, in some games so to Semenyo ever bomb off. And then the man Semenyo. So too. Or pretty as a second striker from the left side. Yes. One weakness of Semenyo is the close control. Once the Semenyo control ball, I'm born and done another. Baby, your control ball na born move kakra. It's when you play Antoine Semenyo in the middle of the pitch because in the first touch ain't good. Mostly lose balls. It's if you're not game no Madrid boy no. First touch be the second ball near GD free Semenyo sem. It throughout the game he was not productive. Because of this 4-1-3-2 system, and they see the chances of competing well and winning the Premier League title against Arsenal that top. Arsenal for us and GD. It is our system way. Emma Nottingham Forest all struggled this season. Again, man, so to see a case of player for player, you the City players in Jinaha, you the Nottingham Forest players in Jinaha. One team from Nottingham Forest players into 2 City players now. By the setup of the City team, system a Pep Guardiola used to say numero no, wait yard, the City for me more. To our City share 2 no. Nottingham Forest expose City defensively how normally weak, because anytime they are defending. Especially from the midfield, they have only Rodri to beat. It's only quick on the brakes. Now come with more numbers on the attacker. Easily over to me expose City back for no because I'm sabo on the high line. And I'm Nottingham associate 2 na game here 2-2. Then City next game after Nottingham. I'm from the Newcastle game into so. I'm going to share Newcastle 3-1 in the FA Cup. The one say one of City best performance this season in all competitions. Against Newcastle, total control, and this was his lineup. a back four of Ake at left back, Matheus Nunes at right back, Kusanov and John Stones as the 2 center backs. Then a midfield 3, Nico O'Reilly, Nico Gonzalez, Tijani Reinders. We a proper balance. So who profile 3 midfielders here? Obia wa qualities bi omo de be kamboma na chi e wo finfin ho. Then Savio from the right, Savio from the right, Jeremy Doku from the left, then Omar Mamouche as the main striker. City had control, defended well, attacked Newcastle, and we no match 3 goals. And right, you can't City in Real Madrid. I did we to Toninchechi more than because how do you explain to a football fan, say, and a Pep Guardiola tactics, the City Funya? The next thing about the placard was say, the spirit of the Champions League is Real Madrid. It's when it's Real Madrid, there is nothing called tactics. But if you are sitting in Nottingham Forest, may I sure say about who is sitting in Nottingham Forest? Now he is sitting in Real Madrid and Real. Difference in him. The moment I saw the lineup, I'm a honorable Sometymer, former KMA boss, and I know he game. I'm a catcher and say, City for here, the number of goals I'm not considering you, because how Real Madrid has set up team. So to look at the Real Madrid lineup, they want to call with a midfield 4. Pina, Chouameni, Gula, Valverde. And one thing they did to perfection, they say, Omonim said Trent Alexander defensively he's weak. Eti uja no kwama Jeremy Doku Dokube kuno. And omudi Fedi Valverde. Anytime Dokube jibo obiano, otu oni sa no ni nechi na Valverde jina ho. And annual game no moboy no. Valverde against Manchester City. Everywhere on the pitch, so omu defend, omu pe control from midfield, omu ko attack. Fedi Valverde. Akumana that's our branch in it. Anymore. So to ensure that, but this is a player. It's difficult to find a net or modern game no. So by now you so best sacrifice every single position. So by one in your it's the end one gamer. May I sure says a Pep Guardiola and your opportunity to win the game again. Or no abejatum so how Manchester City club near because so against Real Madrid. Then the only natural midfielders you have Rodri, who the past 3-4 years have struggled with ACL. And players so many ACL yenim. Same Otuo, omo lucky speed. Omo kwa could defend omo slow. Ko wa we na de na sa babiem. Na we ja ono nko a. Se ono na defend against a Real Madrid team and no normal build on counter attack. Today be anu expose you back 4. It's not there. Nyame anim nukreni. Yes, we all believe Real Madrid is a club made for Champions League night. But the Pep Guardiola mistake, how he set up the City team and ran, you cannot take it out. Chelsea ne a PSG game no. Ade ba ko pena me here. And when I make about how a PSG team no, they say I am more of individual play. Obia pe glory ni bi. Enya about team. But I don't know where and no mo find omo last season form. Ade be share Chelsea 5. Minim say ure game no time ani mo ye den no so to yen ko Chelsea changes omo ye ne nhwe PSG changes omo ye okay time akwara scale ye bam na game ye say 2-2 meboa nti PSG be ye change abe pe win Chelsea wo nyoma mienu either omo be ye change so omo de be share anom be ye change so omo be maintain 2-2 no it is always so maintain 2-2 now you do a defensive change obesa wo sha then you introduce attackers. Remember Chelsea Malo Gusto and de Garnacho buy and João Pedro, that was 83rd minute and de Liam Delap buy then the same 83rd minute no de Romeo Lavia ebe ko Palmer. It's Chelsea the changes you at a point of a defensive stability and at the same time open goals because that time PSG at 2 match 4-2 time PSG here go no or the Quarascalia and buy. Ko Chelsea bench wo Zoto. Na ko player. Se Chelsea pa so mu pegu. Na so mu players no mo start in fa moma, on betenye bi o de beba. Then again Makasa asem we say me o ka say Chelsea team ni elaki experience I mean tiase but you one department even PSG minim say at a point e be do omunya in the Champions League e goalkeeping me asat na ya etia me who football club during the era of Roman Abramovich move from Kudicini to Peter Cech, from Peter Cech to Thibaut Courtois. Men the crab at their Momoje Champions League. She Chelsea level of goalkeeping in there. Say Chelsea a co game mu, omo watch romo. They say PSG last season against Liverpool or Anfield, against Aston Villa, our Villa Park, against Arsenal, our Park the Princess. They had Donnarumma. Top goalkeepers at big stage with to hold on much on Bobre. And now Chelsea goalkeeper. Bema Wada. It is will be na post mo. Just because you see a goalkeeper na na bobo. And then one way and capital check mo on community. And now Thibaut Courtois. Even when we are talking about a Bar City game, Enra. She said me O'Reilly born ordinary na you know. These are times you need top goalkeepers to prove their worth. Thibaut Courtois more than an anonymous. But count the number of occasions. Thibaut Courtois and save Real Madrid to win key games and even to win the Champions League. She the last Champions League Omoji against Borussia Dortmund. Wembley. She number of saves from the first minute till the 21st minute. Emma Real Madrid stay in the game. Top clubs when they are competing at top level. So you need top goalkeepers to save you. And I think Chelsea quite difficult because 3-0 per 4-1 5-2 the same to a extra time. It's very very difficult. But Bodo so home hono to a big advantage for them because 3 show home hono e ma wo ba home na yedin omo she Inter 3-1 na Inter so mo ko 10-3 no zoto na aje gudi am Inter and no match Sporting Lisbon 3
easily
3-0 zoto return leg e wo Lisbon be ye dey na be ma boada Sporting for akoda ne sa dewi so tell me chana say then Arsenal so 1-1. Unfortunately, Arsenal given them any opportunity to watch. Talking about it will be very difficult because of the dynamic. But at this stage, you need such results. No one your home advantage. Now, all they are qualified.
That's it. Captain Thomas will give you. About let's say about
Bonabaso.
Yeah, Bonabaso from Benfica.
What does it? Oh yes. What is a weekend Madrid team? What team discipline City say? No, that's all Bonabaso. This is a young coach. That's what we are doing in the boss.
Now the boss weekend is another one.
What does it?
Tilo.
Oh no, that's just education. I don't know say.
Well, film quarter that.
But Yabaneka, man, for question are
Super Love Phones and more. I will see a modern. Now, will be a to be name ne papa no any asam no. Ne papa so dear and one is Super Love Phones and more. Was it Techno laptop, Samsung Infinix itel, cell phone swing nano, a medical cow say a bow with ne charges, ne hands free and an power bank. Dear Beche, dear ma war. A ship from Bra, now for what for what dear, now why and hello, not just any panda so, agent so, may say a Super Love Phones and more. What do you know by when you a film pradien and film, you buy here TV, refrigerator, iron, blender, air condition, washing machine, burners, when you know, was it a doom, Oba, Prudential Bank, ha, if you are. More cockage empty and so if you are prison to the any CGB bank and a bank. So for life, a station where Kajatia, Morocco, young Crabatan Bako, one more tech and station where Sunyane opposite Techiman, Accra, Tamale Boga, Wa, Honano, Ubohu Super Lover Phones and more. Number near 0501 635620 020501 635620. Number C. And I did air Super Love Phones and more. We really say we are to make up a drone. I have to this sharp imbus a year Juma and Temso. What's the war train away? I didn't know about coabre drones in the boy for 4. If you be a bit more, seripa problem bia ni fie ho enti enya nwanwa mom yare se che yare ye recommend mom so mum to be ulcer diabetes cancer sanso and candidates body pain menstrual problem loss of appetite why stress na wo famu a wadura no e sharp imbus da bia no system no ye strong wa ya de wo so eno nti so obi tidwa so obi woni policy so jamu na da bia no wokọ no ba wokọ no ba protect ne ho dada na do no ye sharp imbus number no e 0246 20 8496 0246 20 8496 wo dwen sa no na wo hwe wo sen nso a egu wanum no ni nyina ne se esen bi ho no mu a aye yellowish o aye brownish kese wo hu se de obesi describe no na ni nyina mu mpokra na nka wakasa ene nka nyeme koyi a we su de wakasa na aye disconjoy ni nyina ne se esen no o halitosis a che no wo de kasa gu so a oboba from ene nti yesi bra Gentleman Dental Clinic Limited ye de ya pe dentist a ma kwadare papa degree eno modi dentist no nti ya ba ya kwamu a examination consultation RCT root canal treatment scaling and polishing teeth whitening braces teeth jewelry restoration sansuna extraction ya replace wo sene bi ma wo a ya sede kaka ha ma wo sene frofrogu a ko na ya hyehyɛ ne kama emfa ma wo ba nungwa main lorry station ankran ya wo ho enkran ho na no ya wo atomic down kwabenya runabout mo nso a mo Kumasi no Oyerepa junction off Sometymer High Street mo Tachiman Ayemazin off Kenton Road Kofodu Ankrobata ne menu Central Police Station and also Tadisco Junction Aflawo opposite CGB Bank Tishigu opposite Post Office and MTN office Tamale Mosomo branch and Amede Amamono number near 0598 731 823 0549 906 588 number CB no wo de kɔhwehwɛ Gentleman Dental Clinic Limited na nyama akoyie ede amount abusua yan kɔhwehwɛ Dr. Sam na munim no na ne nkrabata no na asesa anu ntadwuma no de eda so tenema wurim owaduro papa wo se bra Oyerepa First Girl Filling Station Oyerepa First Girl Filling Station ho na say de wo ye wonders no awo mema moye mre wo de no he asa wo be kɔ petre yo ya de bie ha wo bema mu no fa bo madin kɔ ho wo kɔ ya pɛ obetro se na duro ye ntino nanimu anu wa hyase anu aduro ni bi na bema ni pagya ne mu osemasa kofie kɔ ye action na bra ne nto aso patu breje wo wie na kyesa kyire din se de na wo gyina na so di mensem ani de yankose obidie ntu kwan to wode no wo posa ete na abesi so wode no kyesa pressure ene yese abaso problem bia ofesu wani ho no fa ko Dr. Sam ho stroke diabetes hernia ulcer cancer sanso ena koko ni nyina no ye ko Oyerepa First Girl Filling Station 0243 001058 0243 001058 Franco na yenim ni dada no wono asam ena making wono de wosemenka wo say check freezer refrigerators washing machine microwave blenders sanso ena generator gas and electric stove uwie pa Nokia Samsung iPhones ni nyina no wakra edibia ba ya ye anatomy ni emba me no wo nsampa wono ne bo no ewo fom ni nyina na ewo fom nso no na maka wo say ukọ Ejaba Jewel Adum Old Melcom Kofo Clinic New Kajetia Honyina no branches no na matro no kira kwan no 0245 316969 0245 316969 number C ye de kɔhwehwɛ Franco na yakosom no ne kwakra mu no JM Ado and Sons wadu nupa de aba well sleep spray KO calcium tablet na 1+400 ene mame momodin na menka well sleep spray no ho asam emfa enchro ni nyina no ene se wo na yi ade bia no ta kra bo yade mo amopesa mu da yie ena no so nya de wokoda ho na afi na woka ceiling bia woda ho apɛ wonu maduro ni bia woda ho petim na de be chena wotum se yes ho asisi ho so kama enu nti aduro na meka wo se ya to ne din well sleep spray wo modem na wonya bia wotum se yes se de ebow ama wotumi dantam wodan so na nyama nyina no akoyie ade amaw de obaye ne se 30 minutes before so wo babeda no ano na de kakra bi ade agu tachamase uwie pe na afi ukoda wotumu say yes ade enche no na chese ena ho no anase enapa eboa ma wosisi ho so nya aduane nko a so obi bo modern no hye ne kase no ne kama na nyina no na ye aduane wonya napa edro no ye well sleep spray obatan ene de wo ma ne ba no fo mo na muntumi emfa apart from that de nyina no ye adro anopa yi ye well sleep spray te de be ya ye nkase no emu be bo modern na afei etumi ayetene na ho so no akoyi ede amayen yenko okanshi drug lane ne emfa number 0509 439 063 0302 666 132 na no nso watumi enyabe from Ghana na ne dim Steve Asabekwen I was so better than the panya say the UK I was in there ne birthday tea special birthday compama Steve Asabekwen onim da
I doubt.
I don't know anybody that won.
I doubt. Senior Shamu. Senior Shamu birthday. Too much. And they senior birthday tea. You can't na. When you go down so. Senior should be and there should be 61 or 62. 61 on. I got it right. 1965. Senior should 61, yes. And Yakubu Shakra na 61 by still young and nice.
Oh yes.
Still young and nice.
Forget about the age.
61
years today.
I don't come, you know,
1965.
65, okay.
61. Somebody mean penny. Yeah. Madam the baby. Yeah, 61 years.
And easy.
Any didn't achieve. Captain, you too. It didn't achieve. And now I'm Brazil. Senior, I see a close to know.
Direct no call. Toss the 2 as I say, 3 from the chair. Generation out. Uncle. I do not yes,
Senior, I'm Mr. James free.
Okay. The boss. Okay. Eddie,
also, however,
don't botakasa. Don't botakasa. Now, if I say, oh, don't take voice now. I would have to for more junior team. No, can want some you and bomb and I'm in Fancasem Kakra.
The youth side, Ejina, yeah, not the feathers of Accra Sofo, senior side, and the youth side. You know, if the feathers is weak, then we cannot produce players for the senior side. So, what I want the management of Accra Sofo to do, they should come to our aid. Arras have quality that they can play premier side. But I think because of Bernard Dombote, people don't want to see the kind of job or the kind of Bernard Dombote is doing. People know me already. I have the name already, and I said the name that I have, I'll do coaching. Then I'm doing coaching. Then the coach that I have doing what I'm doing to help my beloved team Accra Sofo. So I'm doing everything. I'm doing everything with passion to help Accra Sofo, like the way I play.
So the never Dombote, Najuma Oye. I think say ball of the boy. So to be my product to be a bit similar to Najuma Obeya, so to be good for Ghana football because clearly you like it a lot.
And Nina, they ran down all can once. On say, Ayana coaches no, and your board.
Yeah.
To get these guys into their team.
Of course.
Ayana supporters no will not allow the coaches to do it.
Yeah.
Ayana team run for so feel say, but he's making a point. Now, no, me see me here kotoko phone call and I didn't why that thing. This is a team, man. Say they don't but take and say and neighbor call me one. Some of them technically and the gift they have are better than Omom got to Tombani Bibre. They have more opportunity. I think that's what Don is saying.
And I think that if there's one team in Ghana football, I saw many conquer down by House of Folk. Ubekai, and maybe Bekatra say House of Folk, Omone, Sao, Omo partners, what do you call them? The strategic Zakibwami. Strategic Hottenham and Alliance, you know. They sat House of Folk down. And Omo who they need as a woman to conquer down. to the na say House of Folk recruitment omo ye nyina na ube hu na omo top players from lower stage and yet by default they do that because a project.
But you almost say big teams in Yan Kwadao.
So
what you know?
Oh, you can Ghana part the Takan Kesi. But now I had an assistant football, no, the football world, no,
I'm part big teams, no. Or before back community, but I was a team not the door now.
And never could have to focus the board under Togbeno, I believe, who say if you catch them younger, almost the team attracted the European market, and that is what that almost strategic for partners they catch home. It you know so House of Folk, even though almost add 1 or 2 senior players with their common a team no to sorry almost current team now. That Ali no near you bought 4 and 5 no. Is it Ali? Don't Kevin bought 4 and 5 no. Your friend say Ali Mohammed, right? Or a mature player. And I'm tall Karim from Nations Ebeka home. Osha of one Kenya and Kwadam from lower divisions and Adomutu over in a project a House of Fukuye. Et to pair dear don't but air cano if Team Besson and Nikon and Kwada as a House of Fukuye Sadino. Because already no a project of my started that. It is the supporters who back Tiamat do. But that's what I'm making from next year. House of Folk will not go into recruiting players or ages no what's really our system because they want those players to come and be able to send them to outside market, for them to get something. Because that's another way of football teams. Our Ghana and if you do that and do that properly, it will help. So Dombota, why what swear say Obeboa. Every accoutrement. No the yes Jumano.
Dombotes Obeboa.
Of course, when someone walking here.
That's all no.
He's all for that.
No, never boy. No.
Oh no, the technical know-how, no. So to obey my impact. Or I say, also there are techniques behind the motor. Wa, of free book who players almost are techniques view in the kicking. Or the kicking technique is able to so excellent.
But they don't work on a same view.
Oh, that's how you know. And you know, if he can just transfer these two, these younger ones are able to me. Abwa, me left me a low ground. And can make a head coach, could do the money. And our man additional responsibility, man, the senior team to work with the attackers now. And can you ban? Most of the players are they are more premium or more struggling now because they have a problem with their basic no. And that has been the lifestyle. So basic 9 year, you struggle. Time of beginning. Kakanka crab the team get over it no more yet man. I can't so more. So and for that I support that Ajima Badu so had in a voice. They are two I'm the head of sports. Okaka would also be friend. So don't do me an auntie. Ajima Badu was the Ghana International. Ajima Badu has backed calls for the possible return of Andere Ayew to the Ghana national football team squad ahead of the upcoming FIFA World Cup. Me the debut episode to tell me said the debut I can say Black Star is for all Ghanaians, every Ghanaian. About football. And modern ball through. That is the Black Stars. Obian who are trying to Black Stars. Play beer and modern ball through. Bisotu. A son is the biggest football tournament. That is the World Cup. I said this plan. It could be. Yes, a coach in the Befadi.
Not an able not a big
a bidding
based on submission
and those players now Ghana for
okay
it's
based on that
me who also Ghana for
say the right of citizenship and you'll be any near so be a kind of need so be a good one you'll be any near there and do the man come out so woman just say but what out of Mrs. say Ghana need be any Ghanaian anywhere playing football.
Yes.
Nobody must say anything. I qualify so Black Stars.
Yes.
So you are dear to you interested in to angle one.
Okay,
but maybe issue with the call back in there. Why are we not leaving the coach?
Oh yeah. Or can I coach?
Maybe calls no. Once they say asem quarter and can't this animal.
Yeah.
Kamesusu say is a blaster selection pan asem court. Na ye coaches no say obi odoy so be enketia so be the day ni ade no. I said we are confused coach no pra. Na kono a me so was scheme monitoring and near maybe or list bi or our team we player we obi amode more start board that be was saying. Na hands asem court no. Ye nyina ye nya selection ye nye din. Gwan we omo man no den no. No ma ko convince him.
One ordinance must back by the player no performance on the field.
Them say nipa do obitima akon obi a say ginazo obi nche die nche o say free obi a. Everybody can explain.
What that man do not smoke or what's working. What's stressing that his inclusion should depend on the plans and technical philosophy of the Black Stars head coach.
Nani o go kan say.
Wakasa but you hear mu na no.
I don't do any mates no come man tie tie asia.
Black Stars coach you hu philosophy of the aba.
No be na no abetum tie. Aduma bedi de no omo ye mate o.
Also be mate.
Omo call tournament ko dey World Cup and enamua na ko ba ka say me.
That's one ka say. Yemfa the enkom because 2009 omo ko jada 20 World Cup. But was the current form. And no ye ka say am so to. No what against final.
No, I had there.
The last 5 matches of friends and not brother. Papa in Argentina na so obo.
No, that's 17.
What you say? The omo that dey yon nko na bo obi awe. Minim say Jordan Opoku ebo friends dey. Utimi nkora utimi friends dey. Wafa.
Final.
Omo we call relegation. Baba ko do ko be.
Omo we no.
Oh, first you know.
Omo go first no.
But Baba ko do ko be no. And then dem fa ho. At the end of the day we are looking at the individual performance and a the individual performance. And the day you show Mitoto.
Ajimabadu dey no.
Ajimabadu so asemaka no. As far as I'm comfortable. Yen support near man.
Kakra na yem go na.
Ko fo bi onya Ghana ni ba. Ya be kan wasem.
Minim say what say. The newly constituted board of Kotoko is expected to appoint an advisor to the board in the coming as part of efforts to training. I know what will be bad omaba
some about 2 months.
The advisor so many.
Nfe futu for the hu here. No some about bad omaba. Yeah. Mo ye adwuma. Just that's for now no omatia da kakra as adwuma no majama. IMC ni say IMC ni na enye. Na omo observe on your man. No problem you too. There's still time in so Krura mpom nyamba. Nti Krura nyamba say na say some go slow on zafe na omo geda ni o man no. Ye nyina ya monitor. But no too. Another me can say be about the Kotoko new board. And who hear me pa highway no meti ho kakra. To him method ahodoa the last be 26 years ya apply wo Kotoko to say we am father just here call foreign investors because you say and try method ni nyina say we am father just be a foreign investors be
okay the occasion where omo ko interview ogempa
yeah nyane de ayiba na
medal Oma for lecturer for na interview ECO everybody do
ya board
dem be aba
anye ye dey just say be a foreign investors maybe a compare China for be and now you compare
wetin so how mo so to
ni a pair be me to be a pair Dubai for be now the team na mo say o de omo nye me ahwete we anye nti we ni dem to say di obi a betimi aye bia say we be ye na so obi aye ona bibia iso etigina no
per coach is na no na boy is na mzefe am dey say amori ni adwuma na mza amori dey Kotoko dey
oh there be on team boy to on tier system na sintie akofa nsem bebre aba
to akabebo
enti I think say you stakeholder within the Kotoko system your prayer is that this board must work
okay
and you must work so mobile adwuma dey on be but there's some success
the number will remain 3
I think there will be additions.
Okay.
I think there will be additions. Now also to on say yeah titi abetie na na e cha no. And nama ni pebi hu ni say there be. In as much as aka 9 matches to end the season. Season ni kwa ya bread da ho. Na dey ahihya onyoma for the following season na endorse.
If you plan the season from now.
Yes.
Pre-season. So be koto bi whether you
it won't say amount for any break across and your man kicking you want me to me am it. I think says you can transitional. They say obi age movie. Now you can't board and manage the day-to-day affairs of a club. Omomuko tenase ne aka kire no aka bia the next 3 months na 1 year then you pay anyway. Maybe I will see you know breaking it down. Maybe a first quarter, second quarter, they kosa. Then normally maybe a monthly updates. You would be maybe a board secretary, no, the board members. There be a 3 months, no be here. It's a cut transition now. It means that this new management also has the Ukraine. It looks like management IMC here or a class or more to a more free scene. So whichever group or mobile handy over should be named as soon as possible, even if not named that. You must see them around. So that that period here, that way they transition, they will understudy the current regime. In Tibet, next season, then you faina or mobile started, no more started. That is where some people are coming from. Which to some extent I side with them.
Okay.
It's a CEO Ukrainian body DNA. He must be seen.
But they are looking for one, Nana.
Looking at the answer to such.
Yes,
I know much about things such.
Ediaba onye transition abeda ko ministers.
Ediaba.
Ediaba.
Na onye transition ko ministers.
Na set transition Mahama.
So do have started.
Otu Abraham Mahama e transition.
Tama no more transition.
So na mu nipa be 10 on specific.
Ora ne ade.
Omo search.
Ora. Eno no so ye.
Omo.
Omo ora.
Ora na nye minister.
Intimo to the can you say. You must something.
But I think the point is that they should start working.
Yes.
Say the bear season and there. And you feel no more start.
Because no to all say body and I'm say and I'm seeing him so quick. You never be blue or muntimi ye be. On matching chance. For instance, if I said the court contact shim say sponsor that way it be the end of the season. Me just say IMC bet me no market transfer say no more renegotiation.
Yeah.
Because when him say work unless say be a more power say omun take certain decisions are e be affect even when they are not around. And I see a cap.
It's not the best.
Exactly. And you can see a cap player contract once and some player contract.
They are working on.
You're some of the Otuo says IMC in the last after Dubai. No my update on some of the decisions they are taking. But and now ebi only hold so quick. On timine ebi azaki to konye negotiation kase open $6,000 here the amount. And at some point in time, certain ebit me nipa be mi because you to board in penny for come you so monye omo time omo time omo say krebe komkreni na obi ani Ghana nti yenim say kroro abeba na suit mo to egusu twen
chairman
but yeah has
chairman the baba bi ka dem no de oni ala je kwa
nti enti me yet say bia executive board chairman
board there I say omo ni
board community mo to sometimes you one paint picture na nchire de otie ni here obeka say na so mo ho da bi
they can meet
one
3-4 times
the whole year akura be 4 times nti adwuma no omo na ebe ye adwuma ni brain but akuma na ebe pompi moja no organs na ebe enye omo
I rather think they should pick a CEO
silly number attach it
attaching
because to say the issue of coaching na yekin no to when I try her coach youth team me have watched them on different occasions. Brilliant. I can mention a lot of the Kotko youth team. I am a can't of intimacy. Kotko youth team players ni be a mehuno. Any born or born a difference over Babaya. Babaya, Obekasu, Babaya, the different atmosphere altogether. But the Mehuno. So Bakako to be 150,000 Ghana cedis. Neasa catching the party a money 2 years and some afa. And yes, I'm calling so much. I'm calling 2 years. About because Nippon out 250,000. The signing on fee and salary will be huge, but you are still going to need time for that player to grow. Whilst we call on the mana, na 2 years no, and ultimately communicating my supporters say this is where we are going. Your potential in Kuala Lumpur. More time. Things will have changed. We are to me free banner say some appointment need to come in.
Okay.
Nana Pinkran now cannot start. Kotoko coaching department say Kotoko coach on na ebe hwe ho asem ontimi hwe ba enyina anim say Prince Owusu to onso anya yi o ne ma me afrim ti e ma na yakọ
wadamfo
yeah until we say from Tamalina no kwa Accra Street yes or the flight kwa Accra straight nti na enye te say odwane
okay
the minute that na call say mommy ntiapo no to say say nyina ese omutimi hwe ho asem na den new CEO ba no abeye coach na coach na hwe matches no omo ebe pamo ne omo betena na ma ne omo akonanim
menya engagement kakra with some coaches the last 2 days on issue be am raise here bema boda on AstroTurf no coaches be afreme omo ne menya adwene
mama education
there wo muntimi mama education omo be kire omo adwene so ne meche no
so meche obibi o wunnim
there be
omo technical
me kwa me cheche omo nyomo mo ti ase say to AstroTurf ne for communities and they said the sports so kono see em fan say one aspect of sports football and as soccer you cannot take education out nti omo develop omo football ni yen so too they connect football with the education from the community no omo no nti em fan say the chem so too on the schools were the chem say by AstroTurf no crazy the chem school park so
yeah
maybe
the chance to blog there blog okay
but se park yes am and say Saturday ne Sunday ko bobo wo so a enkura no kure nim the park ne mo de aye e dey no mo de enu ye jo ochire it's no it comes to jo ochire benefit ade ne ye invest a national no any oh bema boda e dey connection na jo ochire ade a wo ye dey connection na government ni wo how you
a Ghanaian
agreed but what I'm saying is say there should be a connection between the community and enkura no moto na the park ni develop wo no and e TSC here anope me fa Ghana Premier League na me head top scorers ya bo over 20 games ye can points asem say at this stage matches ya boy say so be a winning games 75 points but the other top of the league is 46 or 47 45 which is no good by go came from to say the city Enra in Turkey, Mr. To Enra in Turkey, a former Turkish international, I raised it to the Turkish FSA, and they are more striking problem. In Tinkrana and Mobasono, they should start parading them. No one use Victor Seaman to train these young players. Said they be at a point the Turkey come no mun yeah, you were former players, baby. Tisasa moja mo, you told me na mokwa. Ya fanya do modi blasters echi ebo jama no ojinem eti ye need a proper plan ye need blueprint bi da ho a see ye di so e be connect with the AstroTurf be develop talent oni sika kwa no ankotua mzo to ye ma mobo so ade so su ye de be bo community this okotua tise enye do wachi mu nekotwa akora bi ote community am to bi o maame ana papa ni bi kura so be to boot ama no be on the 9 si from bobo wanya sa opportunity na to any talent ayekwa maame nto aso Ajima Bedu nyame nua Ajima Bedu zutu asem we ana meka ya na bebre na fu se bia me wo personal interest bia na se bibi but me when it comes to blasters na your national teams are aye baby a memfa ayinko me kai se ada akwasi apia eyi dede you as captain se akwasi apia na eyi dede you as captain of the blasters ena menesi asia da efu ye ekoku akwasi apia because it was quite surprising okubi zanza coach ada na wo yi oje captain efi ayi asamu asem na ade madede o cheche nyomom bebre tidana me kai se ba ha I was defending the captains now so ade omuyi ebe nu rebe ko akofa asama bawo ne ye force ya ne the captain madede adam do Egypt call blasters camp me hu asamojan that day na me nu me hu say me defend the captains here dey madede ayo if I had another opportunity to talk about the captains no when I'm in Egypt me ko kwesi apia room me ka kire no say from the mababe hu blasters camp no ebe ye din say Ghana one ha quarter final akora bedu ebre bia ne Mr. Tudi wom and so be kaya me who Blasters captains bebree. Me who Abedi Pele. Me who Sika Kono. Me who Steven Apia. Me who John Mensah. Me who Samuel Jan and me who Didayu. After watching Black Stars for some period, you can easily say the Didayu period as Black Stars captain the worst period of the Black Stars. Worst
in terms of
tournament results, everything. The worst period, no. Yes. Opa check where. That was your worst period. Your worst period as a country when the Didayu was captain. Say at the end of the 1 fan 2 year a free tour. But why do you give him credit when Bibi Koya? But no man Koya near oh, you can't hear. I'll say, where no play.
So, West now started free the whole.
Huh?
Is he your coach?
Now, what I say, Bob, the team now, Obono, and now, what she go now on a crossover man was ahead. They say,
captain,
the team was not stabilized. We had a lot of problems. So, what did they mention? I say, the coach has taken a decision. Yes, you can make an argument about it. But lost my young force player only the plans of the coach. The daytime of Blasters are banned here. Said they are Abedi Pele time banned here. Said they Sika Kono time banned here. Said they Oseko for time banned here. Said they Steven Apia time banned here. Said they are Samojan time banned here. No, Sana to the Didayu. Let's stop this. Say Blasters baby agent say if we want to be to save the Blasters and yet the Didayu. Okay. If we think see a team no and you're strong enough to compete at the World Cup. Now you're fair players, I'm a Mako Boma Blasters, I'm more than a World Cup. And yet they die you. It's should stop talking about philosophy. Okay. And it's annual man. Last name is Oto. And no me can see me. I say Kotokonom Oto and Koya. How will be out? We are central Ukraine found a baby Ujina, especially Kotokone has and found a baby Ujina. Whether say original left or original right, Bema Boda, Obi Ebekano. And one make us say, ye media no so, including me, and Ubia or Yensen Churuni Bia or can't good deal Hunsem, Bema Boda. Yes, so ye were a role to play if we are perceived board way a socidia. And they say, Yoto Yajumano, yes, meaning say. A good time here, we need to criticize. Said the be a better ni pano. The Jumana Oyeno. Ebi a was sequine, I and your quine papa swa, ye better naman about basic paso. But we have been in an industry, Bema Boda. Obi Timi Sheda Pow. Obi Timi Sheda. Eko Bopo. Adiana Enu. And sometimes I am a the mass supporters no. No, I beka semne kakraka. Yes, now better supporters need him because yet him Zoto supporters and listeners don't believe in us. It's assembly bekano, most assembly not to team. As soon as assembly no cre na bana bedu kotokunya. It's when we are talking about kotoko problems, yes, 3 years be a channel home, na sabesiwa. Yes, and troko yet me home free. Yes, you are part of the problem. It is a board way, Obi has a board near a board, no so see dear. Yes, we are here, Nian country, and you as a master, dear now, and yet. Memo be me show a chimbe show kutupa. Now board the Jumamu, Ebiano, when you go to Jumano Bay. It's me come and do stage me. Now, FA president, quad in one bed, Obi Kotogo Juma, we have FA president, F. Bay. No, she sends and drove for chi. F. Bay, we are F. We are Kotoko. But ye benya supporters o mekwa kodi echi be do echi na 3 years na kotoko ni gina baby fa ko e ho na be banana ye wo ye team ni nkoyi esusu na munyina amoka ho nti if we want the board to succeed yes nkoyi we have to criticize them but negative propaganda ne sa nyoma so to yenhwe ni yeah
head of sports yes so to na me feature actually is a product user and in the me feature no when you are to aron and some of cafe program you know me man me come from afuntie eso o kacha man sign say kasa kire
so ensem ha na bebia duru no esese etimi boa na eje mema
Yes.
Na Dr. Edu Mr. Tu de waye no. Nyame beto ne nkwa na mu pa. Dr. Edu ye udeni. Mr. Tu Doctor ye ni hwe ye kitimi chana de aga Mr. Tu be chana de pa.
Amen. Thank you.
Dona Doctor ye no Mr. Tu e clean.
Fantastic.
Say we ye bear man Mr. Tu last research be apie na yesi ye nua ma no ade na fe no orgasm no omo de ni nia no sa e wa chiri. Ese ma ahosepe e wo mpa so no eni ano e wa chiri. Orgasm no.
O de betue ma ahosepe.
Ahosane ene ahosepe.
Oba ahosane
ne ho ba. Na nke yete west no so but na yesi bere ma otimi ma oba ho eba no e ya de bia asumdwe ofie. Na se ntokwa bebira mtoto wo fie na ya bo be mamu na adani wo ye domestic violence ni gira ya pass na mejeje ho do mejeje ho pass asem no na no na Dr. Edu atenase onso no ye ntiri mu adwuma inti stroke de alternate
fantastic
and won say ntiri no to won say be ma na ntiri o in say ntiri no mu asisi na ntiri mu ayemra moja ni ntimi beginem inti ugusu ye adwuma na eja na du na ade ba akwa to research no paragraph 3 ho no ye sha on ye say ugusu ye adwuma na edumu a eno ye ade ba akwa ma na chiri ne nko start kra enko ni uni asem
ombufu
de bi ese sa ade ne de paragraph 3 omne ma 210 ne kasa to emu 201 enyina aka asem ni bi say ugusu ye adwuma na eja na